Hey guys, this is Charles coming to you from one of my many practice walks. Headed over to my buddy Dakota's house, which I've told you guys about him in the previous post. And if you're following any of my social media pages, which please do, come on, please. Anyway, he is my traveling buddy. He is the guy that came up with this idea, and I'm headed over to his house right now. It's about a 2.6, 2.7 mile walk, something like that. You'll notice I don't have my dog with me. But the reason for that is just because Dakota's dog, who is not coming on the trip, by the way, poor old thing, is not okay with other animals. But rest assured, I'm giving him plenty of walks. I want him to be just as prepared for this as I hope to be, you know, minus the whole teaching my dog to build a fire and pitch a tent kind of thing, but no duh. Let's see. A couple interesting things that have been happening towards the trip. Let me adjust this right quick. Okay. For those of you that have been following my social media pages, which if you haven't, please do, you guys will know that I got a couple of donations for the trip already. My first donation is actually the camera that I'm using for this shot. You'll probably notice that it's a little bit better than the last one I posted. That's because the last one I posted, I used the damn webcam. Fuck that thing. So yeah, thank you to my mom, Janet Ross, for that. Donation number 2 was, let's see if I can pull it out here, this beauty. It's a carbon steel knife, made in Sweden. I don't know if you guys can read that blade or not really important. But that was a donation from my good buddy G. Richburg, who lives over in Georgia. He's had my back for a very long time. Every time I take on something like this, he's like, "Oh, you need gear? Cool, let me help you out." Because, you know, he's awesome and stuff. But, yeah, he sent me that, and my third donation was also from him. I got a pair of Life Straw personal water filters. For those of you that don't know, which, I mean, it was kind of a big deal when it came out, but it's basically this long blue tube full of a bunch of water filters that you stick in any body of water, whether it's a naturally occurring water source or pretty much anything, really. And you stick it in and you can just drink from it. You don't have to worry about boiling the water first to get all the bacteria out because the Life Straw does it for you. And they're good for like, what? I think he said 1,000 liters apiece, which that boils down to, I think, like 260 gallons, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around there. So that's really cool. Once again, G, thank you. I know I've spread it everywhere, but thank you again. You're pretty fucking awesome, dude. Yeah. So, I don't know, I guess I should probably come up with some kind of time scheme for how these posts are going to work, because I'm not scripting any of them. I'm just kind of grabbing a camera whenever I feel like it and just being like, hey, let's do some ambient talking for a little while. But, okay, what can I go over next? Attitude towards the trip, I guess. Had a conversation with a buddy of mine yesterday, which these conversations are happening a lot. Once they find out what I'm doing, everybody's like, why the fuck would you want to do that? Well, I usually direct them to my YouTube channel or to my other bio pages or whatever. But this particular one, I don't know, I described it to him in a way that I haven't described it to many other people. Me and Dakota are chasing a freedom from our own lives that a lot of people are going to call kind of dumb, just because we're not living with normal standards. We have been taken advantage of by the people around us, the institutions we've trusted, and just everything that everyone else has told us would ever work has failed. Both Dakota and I have really good work ethics. We've done some pretty incredible things in our own various ways towards our own professional lives, towards our own personal growth. I mean, mentally, emotionally, and physically, we are very capable people. And yet, for some reason, we just find ourselves failing. And I know that somebody out there knows what I'm talking about, because it does happen to a lot of us. So, I don't know. I can't exactly remember the word-for-word definition that I used to describe my trip to my buddy last night. But, imagine this. You pack all your things up one night, and you step out the front door, knowing that as soon as you step out of that door, every stress that you've ever had, every person in your life that has ever fucked you over, every family member that seems to think that it's their business to degrade all of your life choices, simply because, oh, we love you, we care about you, and we want you to follow the same life path we did because obviously we're doing so well. Yeah, something like that. All of that gone immediately. As soon as you step out that door, you could be anywhere in the entire country. You're not, but I mean, to everyone else, you are. You're gone. And as much as I hate to say goodbye to a lot of really good friends, because I've kind of made this place out to be pretty terrible, but in all reality, the friendships that I've made here have been life-altering, to say the least. And when I say that, I'm not even just talking about my own life. Like, I have personally witnessed a lot of people's personal growth just because they came over to my place and hung out with me and my buddies. And that kind of thing is really cool. It meant a lot to me that I could be a catalyst in somebody's life like that. And I don't know. It just seems kind of wrong for somebody like me who very much prides themselves in being able to help people out is finding themselves so broken down and used. So, yeah, that's what I'm running from. I'll end this on a lighter note because that was kind of depressing. Well, it's not even really a lighter note. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so I'm vaping. That's my thing. I'm traveling to Texas to open up a vape shop, as I said in my last post. But I had a vape mod in my last post. It was a black box mod, 60 watts. Had it for like a year and a half. Freaking awesome. Loved the way it performed and everything about it. Got my money's worth, that's for damn sure. But the whole point behind that little rant is, damn thing broke on me the other day. Which really sucks, because I was actually planning on taking it on my trip, since you can charge it via one of those little solar-powered battery pack things. But yeah, I had to break down and downgrade pretty serious. I will say this mod isn't that bad though. I've had a couple of other mechanical mods, and this one is... It has a lot of the same inherent issues that a mechanical mod will have. Binding threads, slipping switches, but the way they have everything configured on this bitch, it's a lot easier to manipulate everything that could go wrong without disassembling the entire device. And because of that, it's probably one of the most reliable mechanicals I've used in quite a while. Because, I mean, I go places. Obviously, this thing's hooked up to my chain. I'm taking it places. I ain't got time to carry around a bunch of tools to fuck with it all the time. So, yeah. It's pretty awesome. I might post what it is in the description, because I can't think of it offhand right now. But I am closing in on where I'm meeting Dakota. So, I guess until my next post. Still working on that sign-off. Bye!